Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's weather update. So, unfortunately, we have another atmospheric river that is currently impacting California. And looking at the excessive rainfall outlook from the Weather Prediction Center, a moderate risk of excessive flooding rainfall has been issued for today from areas like Santa Barbara through Lompoc, Santa Maria, through San Luis Obispo in California, up through southwest of Soledad. We have a slight risk of excessive flooding rainfall from Oxnard through Coalinga, through Soledad, Salinas, Santa Cruz, up through San Francisco, up through Oakland, Stockton, Modesto, Merced, Fresno in the yellow. And then our slight risk continues up north through Chico and Redding, California. And then we have a marginal risk of flooding extending from Eureka through Susanville, through Reno, Carson City, down through the Sierra Nevadas, through Yosemite National Park, and down through Lemoore, California, and then back down through Santa Clarita and Thousand Oaks. So unfortunately, yet another dangerous flooding event, especially from Santa Barbara through San Luis Obispo. And unfortunately, this moderate risk continues into tomorrow. It actually shifts south into the Santa Barbara area. We have another moderate risk with a slight risk extending down into the Los Angeles area and Long Beach area tomorrow. Slight risk back up the coast through the San Francisco, Sacramento area and up towards Northern California tomorrow, back in the slight risk, up through Eureka and Redding. Marginal risk for many of the same areas tomorrow as today in the dark green. And then taking a look at our excessive flooding rainfall outlook for Wednesday, another slight risk of excessive flooding rainfall has been issued down through San Diego, up through Riverside, Palmdale, San Bernardino, through Los Angeles, through Santa Maria, Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo, up through San Francisco, Sacramento, and Redding. And this is going to be for Wednesday, so 3 days in a row of at least a slight risk for much of California and a marginal risk for the southern San Joaquin Valley down through the Mexican border through southwestern Oregon for Wednesday. So taking a look at our National Weather Service's watches, warnings, and advisories map, we have a lot of wind advisories and high wind warnings for the San Joaquin Valley, down through the Santa Barbara area, through the San Francisco area, and a lot of high wind warnings up through the Eureka area in the light and darker tans. We have winter storm warnings in the Cascades and Northeast and Northwest California in the pinks, wind advisories in central Nevada, high wind warnings in eastern Wyoming, and then we have a lot of flash flood watches from San Diego through Los Angeles, through Santa Barbara, through San Francisco, through Eureka and the San Joaquin Valley. And there are so many alerts in central and northern California that the wind alerts are overlapping the flooding alerts. So taking a look at the current radar as of this evening, we have a lot of rain moving across California already from our atmospheric river. We have some light to moderate rain moving across Santa Barbara, light rain moving across San Francisco, and heavy rain moving across Northern California in areas like Eureka. We have some snow in the southern Cascades of Northern California, and we see some rain and snow spreading into southwestern Oregon this evening, and the rain will continue to increase in coverage and intensity as we go through the evening across much of California. So timing out our rainfall and snowfall in the 0Z run of the HRRR model, rain is going to continue through the night across northern, central, and southern California with heavy snow in the Sierras and the Cascades. And by the time we're waking up tomorrow morning around 5, 6, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, heavy rain will be falling in the Los Angeles area, the southern San Joaquin Valley, heavy snow across the Sierras, Cascades, northern Nevada, some rain into Nevada as well. And then this rain will continue through about noon across much of California, becoming scattered into the afternoon with heavy snow across the mountains, heavy snow into Nevada, Idaho, northwestern Utah, and then going into Monday evening, Very heavy rain is going to continue across northern California with very heavy snow in the mountains. And then going into Tuesday, as our low pressure hangs to the west of Oregon, going to be seeing rounds of scattered heavy showers and storms across much of California through Tuesday morning at least. And taking a look at our rainfall accumulations over the next 36 hours in the 0Z run of the HRRR model, we're looking at a widespread 2 to 4 inches of rain in Northern California, about 2 to 5 inches of rainfall equivalent of snow in the Sierras, about 2 inches in San Francisco, and once again in the Santa Barbara through the Los Angeles area, especially in the middle elevations, we are looking at rainfall accumulations between 2 and 6 inches over the next 36 hours, which will lead to even more flooding in already aggravated flood areas due to very moist soil moisture and unstable mountainous terrain will lead to landslides and flooding across southwestern California. So make sure you're really preparing for landslides and flooding if you live from Los Angeles through the Santa Barbara area. And then taking a look at our snowfall accumulations over the next 36 hours, we are looking at another 1 to 5 feet of snow across the entire Sierra Nevada mountain range, with widespread 3 to 5 feet across the range. And then across southern Oregon, looking at about 6 inches to a foot of snow in the mountains, about 2 to 6 inches in the middle elevations, and then across northeastern Nevada, about 6 to 12 inches in the mountains, 2 to 6 inches in the middle elevations. Same for Wyoming and southeastern Idaho. And if this wasn't enough, we have a severe weather threat for Central California tomorrow, as the Storm Prediction Center has issued a slight risk of severe weather for the Sacramento area in the yellow, with a marginal risk extending through Redding, California. And this is actually a tornado threat, where we have a 5% chance of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of a location in the Sacramento area tomorrow. So we could be seeing a few scattered tornadoes in the Sacramento area tomorrow, so make sure you're preparing for some tornadoes. And we could see an isolated tornado in the green as well, as we have a 2% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location in the green area tomorrow, extending up through Redding. We have a 5% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour or stronger within 25 miles of a location for the same areas tomorrow. And we even have an isolated 5% hail threat for quarter-size hail or larger in the Sacramento through Redding area. So unfortunately, another atmospheric river is impacting California and will continue to do so through at least Wednesday. So make sure you're preparing for flooding, heavy snow in the mountains, and even severe weather if you live across California. Thanks for watching this evening's weather update. Please stay safe and have a wonderful evening, my friends.